Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming, and welcome to once again another sales video looking at the games that are on sale during the middle of the week. Now with this one I've gone with some slightly lesser known games. There are one or two more mainstream games, but I thought I'll mix it up and add some interesting games that may not be that well known. So first we start off with a quick deal on Fanatical. So we have the Metro Redux bundle here on 88% off. $359. I'll put the link below. This is the first two Metro games, Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. The third one, Metro Exodus, is not in this one, but it's a good price for two games, and I've played both of these games and I've liked them. I did a Let's Play for the first one and I streamed the second, and they're both interesting FPS games with a bit of a supernatural horror theme. Now on to Steam. First we start off with Mortal Shell. So this is a Souls-like game, action RPG, and yeah, it's quite a nice little game. It's not as big, and the lore and the world isn't as vast, but it has an interesting mechanic where you have this shell sort of thing, and you can come out of it, but you're more vulnerable. So yeah, I can't explain it too much because I haven't played much besides the demo, but it's got an interesting feel overall, and it's quite cheap right now. So this is 75% off, $749, 200 rupees, 624 pounds, 824 Canadian, 624 euros, 150 Philippines, and 1123 in Australia. Titanfall 2. So once again, this is on sale. Great FPS game. In my opinion, the best FPS campaign. Multiplayer is not worth it at this point, but beautiful game, great movement, great story. So this is now for the Ultimate Edition, 85% off, $449, 224 rupees. 374 pounds, 6 Canadian, 449 euros, 225 Philippines, and 6 in Australia. Next we have a newer game. This is Songs of Conquest. So turn-based strategy style game from, let's say, the 90s, basically that sort of feel. And it's a good one. I've heard great reviews for this. This is now still in early access. This is 40% off, $18, 419 rupees and 15 pounds. It did get a new update recently, I believe, because I think I saw something on Twitter or something. So yeah, you can see the graphics and the style, turn-based. It's very good looking. If you played the classic old games, you'll love this one. Next is Scorn. So Scorn is another popular game from late last year. It came out, it was very well, initially there was a lot of hype, but when it came out I saw some negativity, basically because there was some confusion as to the type of game it is. There are a lot more puzzles, I believe, than people expected, but the visual element here is very interesting. I mean, if you are looking for a good horror experience, I think this should be it. So this is 45% off, 516 in India, $22, 1759 pounds, and 22 euros, 431 in the Philippines. Next we have Traveler's Rest. So a pixel art management style game. You're managing your own tavern and doing all the associated things, basically, you know, brewing stuff, looking after the tavern, upgrading things. It's got that familiar Stardew Valley Graveyard Keeper style of feel. Looks good. Still in early access. A very familiar concept. This is 20% off, 552 in India, $12, 1559 Canadian, 1183 Canadian, and 1756 in the Australian dollars. Next is Tainted Grail Conquest. So not to be confused with the other Tainted Grail game that came out, Fall of Avalon. That is more of your traditional first-person fantasy RPG. This is more roguelike, turn-based, deck building style games, and it looks pretty good here. This came out last year. It's got very positive reviews here, 88%. So I think at 90% it becomes overwhelmingly positive or something. So very close to being great. Graphically it looks amazing, and the world, the monsters, the mechanics also quite interesting. So it basically reminds me a little bit of Darkest Dungeon, because I like that style of game, but it's got that good feel to the map and the design and the world they've created. And you'll be surprised at the price as well. This is 70% off, $6, 158 rupees, £464 and 683 Canadian. I haven't bought a game recently on Steam, but I am tempted to get this one because yeah, it looks very interesting. Next is a classic game, Goat Simulator. So I saw this on sale. I thought, okay, I'll put this on here. So yeah, I can't really explain what Goat Simulator is. Basically, it's a glitchy bug fest, but it's deliberately so. You take your goat and do some random stuff. This is 80% off, 69 rupees, $2, 143 pounds, 229 Canadian, 163 in the Euro region, 57 Philippines, and 290 in Australia. We then have American Fugitive. So if you have played the old school GTA games, GTA 1 and 2, this is basically that sort of thing with modern graphics. I think you are a guy who's wrongly accused of murder, you break out, and then basically do all this shit. Like attract more attention somehow and still manage to escape. I've played a bit of this and it is fun. It's got the top-down feel. There's a lot of cars involved here. Bit of silly missions here and there. Yeah, it's good. I like it, and it's also not an expensive game. So this is 80% off, 105 in India, $4, 359 pounds, 455 Canadian, 4 euros, 90 in the Philippines, and 579 in Australia. Ravenous Devils. So I think I have mentioned this game once. Weird horror style of game, and don't expect too much, but it is kind of unique. So basically, in this game, keep an eye on the thing. You are running a tailor and a restaurant at the same time. Husband runs the tailor shop, and wife runs the cooking shop, and you can see what's being cooked here. So this is a management sim, kind of, where you're managing this gruesome business. So you're running the restaurant, upgrading it, things like that. And yeah, I don't know what the end goal with this sort of game would be, but it's more about upgrading, improving your shop, and probably not getting caught, I guess. Another very cheap game. This is 20% off, only 159 in India, $4, 319 pounds, and 455 Canadian dollars. It's got very positive reviews, but yeah, I don't know what to expect from games like this. And then finally, we have a brand new game here. I saw this earlier today and it looked interesting, so I thought I'll mention it. And also, it's kind of cheap. So this is Wall World. Now, at first look, it reminded me of Dome Keeper, a game I liked quite a lot from last year. And yeah, you can see visually it's very similar, but there are slight differences here. You are digging and mining for resources, fighting off monsters and things. And you have this sort of mobile base in the shape of a spider. So yeah, it looks very good. I'm a big fan of Dome Keeper. I played it last year, loved that game. So anything similar, I'm always interested. So it's just come out, released today, 5th of April, and it's not expensive either. So it's all on a small sale, 15% off, 212 in India, $424, 364 pounds, and 551 Canadian. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in this one as well. Looks very good graphically as well. Similar style, but I think it's got a different gameplay loop. So I'll probably go and watch some more reviews for this because I am interested. Anyway, that's a look at some games. Let me know how many of these games are you familiar with, if anything is interesting. Last time I mentioned Ravenous Devils, a lot of people were intrigued. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.